All right, so figured I'd give a update on the growing of my herbs, tomatoes and peppers. Also some garlic cloves that are now garlic chives. So it's most of these peppers here were planted January 1st, as you know, if you've been watching the videos. So today being February 22nd, looks like they're day 53. So I'm going to kind of give you a quick rundown what's going on here. So I have my tomato plants. These are the beefsteak / Roma. I think I've been calling them beefsteak, but my wife said that she had bought some Romas, and when she saved the seeds for me when I planted them, I wasn't quite sure. I think they're Romas the way they're shaping out to be, but I put them in bigger pots finally. I had to trim some of the branches here. I originally had them in cups, and because of the sunlight and the lighting, the roots, as they got big and filled up the cup, the light was, I think, was frying them or burning them out, or maybe they're just, the sensitivity was causing a lot of the leaves to spot and not look good. So I cut a lot of the leaves off, put them in bigger pots. They look like they're coming back. They're actually too big. They're growing up through my light system. So I took the 4 biggest ones and moved them over here. And, you know, you can see I'm starting to get some flowers on these. We actually have some flowers that have opened over here and over here. So I haven't worried about pollinating them. I know they're self-pollinating. I haven't done much with them yet, but these guys are about 18 inches tall. They actually were about 22 inches tall, but I buried them deeper in this pot. I think put them right about here. So just so that I could cut the bottom leaves off and get them a little deeper down, so I can kind of shorten them a little bit for now. Looks like I'm going to have to adjust my shelves again so that I have space. It's only February 22nd, and here in Texas, we're due for snow the next couple of days. So I'm still about 30 days away from the frost problem. So basically, I'm probably going to run out of space here soon. I had to incorporate this CFL setup here. It's got 5 60 watt CFL, so they're not that great, but I had checked the lumens here, and I'm getting about 5,000 6,000 lumens. And then down below where I have this red potato, which I've been kind of playing with here a little bit, it gets about 2,500 lumens, so it gets enough light in there to move them there. They're doing fine. They've been there about 4 days now. Anyway, they're doing good. I'm happy with the progress on the tomato plants. I've got some oregano here. As you can see, it's doing really well. I've got some thyme back here, and you know, it's doing pretty good as well. And then my basil right here, I got 40 plants, and they're already, I mean, they've just done really well since I've put them in this container here. So I'm probably going to have to start trimming them pretty soon. This one here, they say you have to wait till you get about 4 sets of leaves, or until they're 6 inches. This is about 6 inches. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4 sets of leaves. I might top this one and give it a whirl here and give it a taste. But as of right now, I'm going to just keep letting them grow. I've got some space. I put some fly traps up, as you can see here. Another one back over here. Another one over there. And one there and one there. And if you look, because I had a slight fly problem, if you look, it's done a lot better. Let me see if I can get to zoom in here. Yeah, we got some flyage, definitely some carnage of flies. But anyway, the chives, I've been using them. I say chives, they're garlic cloves that I cut as chives. They were doing bad, as you know, and they're coming back pretty good now. So I've been cutting them again. They're growing. And the runts, so to speak, are all right here. I'm just going to give a quick overview of them. Really healthy plants. We've got, again, the chocolate habanero here. We've got the New Mexico Big Jim back there, the one that was yellow, and it's coming back really good, so I'm happy with that. My chocolate habanero, again, another one right here. The purple jalapenos. I'm pretty happy with this one. This was planted quite some time after the other ones. I had the 3 seeds that never sprouted, and on day 12 or 15 I planted 3 more, and only 1 sprouted of those 3, but it looks like it's not doing too bad. I've got a Tasmanian habanero there, as well as a Jawala finger that I topped pretty good back there, and it's bushing out. So that's my runts, and I still got my citrus. Obviously, it's coming back. Still a slow grower, but looks like it's starting to get healthy again. I've got my sweet bell peppers right here, still in this pot. I'm gonna have to separate these pretty soon, as well as the runts of the sweet bell peppers. I've got a couple of rosemaries here that sprouted out of that tray, and I've decided to pull them out and keep them watered. I'm gonna have to pot those up as well, but they're really, they're only getting about 2,000 lumens down here, so they're slow growing. I'm trying to get them to be a little leggy. Hopefully they'll start jumping up a little bit, and then I'll pot them up. So that's the overview. Oh, and I have my grape tomatoes as well. I'm gonna have to take these out of here because, as you can see, here's what happens. The leaves get a little tired quicker because of the direct light on the roots. I added a green cup. They were just 2 cups before, but I added a 3rd cup just to get a little more darkness in there. I'm running out of space. I don't have a lot of space anymore. I need to actually buy a few more lights and attach them to the bottom shelf. Clear out that bottom shelf, and then I could put some more plants. Then I'd probably bring some of my smaller peppers down there, allowing some more space. But for now, this is where I'm at. Things have been taking off, going well. I cannot wait to get a lot of these outside. I'm about 30 days out. I just didn't expect such great growth indoors. I'm really pleased with the growth, but now it's a little concerning. I'm gonna have to give some things away. Again, I'll put my phone down and I'll pull out my peppers and show you what's going on there, because definitely got a lot of things happening on these guys, and I want to kind of show you some of the progress here. See if I can get these plants out of here. Very good. Put these right here. All right, so now let's go to the peppers here. You can see there's a lot of flowering going on. I'll start with my original Fresno pepper here. We got some fruits on this sucker, so let's take a look here. So we've got a couple of peppers here, as you can see. We've got another set of couple of peppers up there. And then on the top, several small ones have already 4 more. So we got 8 fruits on this, and we still have quite a bit of flowering going on. So this thing, for only being roughly, 8, 9 inches tall, it's really done well. So I'm really happy. That's my Fresno pepper. The other Fresno pepper I have is starting to go to flowering. This is the one that I had cut all the flowers off. Now, I didn't top it. Just as it flowered, I had cut them off. And now it's like it's coming back with a vengeance because it's really got a lot of flowers coming in. I'm going to just let it do its thing. I'm not going to worry about it too much. My Serrano pepper, this is the one that had almost passed away, and I brought it back to life. And, we've got some flowering going on it. It's a really thin plant, really tall and skinny. I never topped it, and I probably should have because it's pretty weak. At this point, once these go to fruit and I deal with those, I'll probably cut a lot of these leaves off, and I'll probably bury it to here to strengthen it up. But yeah, we got some flowers, and I've tried to work the pollination on them. So yeah. Oh yeah, these are my friends back here. They would keep a good watchful eye over the garden. Actually, my kid puts all his old stuffed animals out there. So anyway, we've also got my Jawala finger, another really leggy, flimsy plant. I really should have topped this one, but you know what? I enjoy seeing them go to flower and fruit, so we'll see what happens here. This has got a ridiculous amount of buds and flowers on it, so I don't know what's going to happen here. Luckily, the Jawala finger pepper is really just that. It's a really thin pepper, probably more like this. So I'm thinking that because they're not very heavy and they're long and thin, that it'll be able to support the weight. But if I see a problem, I'll start cutting some of the branches off. I've actually cut several of the loose branches off that I just thought was too much. I probably removed about 20 buds and about 6 branches. So we'll see how it ends up going. But that's my Jawala finger. My New Mexico Big Jim has, this is my oldest one, or my biggest one. It's starting to now get buds. So it's going to produce some peppers here shortly. The other New Mexico Big Jim that I topped, this was a flimsy one as well, but I topped it, and it's got some pretty good explosive growth on the side shoots as well as the top. And if I can get a good look in here where I topped it at, I don't know if I can. Yeah, you can see it's kind of just taken off right back where it was. So, doing well. A Jawala finger that did I top this one? No, I didn't top this one. This one's just got a ton of shoots, so I didn't really worry about it. It's just starting to get some flower buds, but you know, it's not really thick, and the leaves aren't really that big. But I guess that's similar because the other Jawala fingers got the same deal. So I guess never growing these peppers, that's just how they end up looking. And then just a quick, I'll just space these ones out in the tray. I'm not going to pull them all out individually. We've got a Tasmanian Habanero there, doing well. I didn't top that one either. This Tasmanian Habanero I did top, and as you can see, that's where I topped it, and it's got a lot of explosive shoots coming out of it, so I'm happy with that. This was my smaller orange Scotch bonnet, and it's doing well. I mean, it's green, and you know, obviously no buds on it yet or anything like that, which is great. I don't need all of them budding. But this this orange Scotch bonnet developed, it had some kind of disease on a few leaves, and then 2 more leaves died, and they all fell off. So I topped it where it was having a problem. You can see a little bit of remnants. I don't know if you can see it on this one, but some of this purplish decolorization, but they fell off. That was about 5 days ago, and they were getting them rapidly, that disease, and all of a sudden now it's better. So I'm hoping that me topping it and removing the bad leaves has helped it. It looks like when I topped it, it started getting some side shoots, so I think it's gonna make it. It was my bigger orange Scotch bonnet, so I'm kind of bummed, but you know, that's the business we're in. Here's my red Savina. It had several even larger leaves than these that I removed. It looked like they were just taking all of the growth. Here's some of the where the leaves were, but I had to remove a few of them because they were just so big, and it stopped growing. And when I removed them, sure enough, got some new leafage on top. I say leafage versus foliage because it's a little more fun. And then my biggest chocolate habanero, you saw the 2 rents that I have. It's doing really well. Kind of a similar situation. All the leaves are really green and they look healthy, but it hasn't done much in the last little bit. It's almost like it's cluttered in here and it can't develop a better leaf system. But anyway, day 53, the peppers are doing well. Got some fruits coming, got flowers everywhere. Couldn't be more excited. I will give you one last look at my prized fruits that I have here. Again, you know, 2 larger ones, a couple of medium size, and 4 more on the top with several more coming. So that's going to be a great first harvest. I'll make sure I key you guys in when that happens. Obviously with the Fresno pepper, they look like a Serrano in the beginning as far as their shape and size, and then they turn bright red. And on the Scoville scale, they're pretty much comparable, a little bit less hot than the Serrano, but obviously it depends on the pepper. So we'll see how those do. And I'm hoping with the heat here we get in Texas in the summer, some of these plants produce even hotter peppers. So yeah, quite a bit of pepperage, if you will. Anyway, that's my update. Day 53 on the peppers. Day 45 to 50-ish on the tomatoes. And you know, everything's doing pretty well. Oh, I did want to show you. I'm kind of disappointed. I had that avocado going, and you know, it had the root, and it was starting to show. I don't know if we can get a picture of this, but it was starting to show some promise in there. I guess I can't, but it was starting to show some promise of a flower bud, but it just hasn't broken through, and it's actually, the root hasn't grown. It's turned dark, which they do, but it doesn't have a white end, and it stopped really growing. So I'm thinking that this might be toast, or maybe this is just a normal process. I have tried for years to grow an avocado seed and never have even got it sprouted. So I'm happy that it sprouted, but I'm not seeing too much more development. Looks like we're SOL when it comes to that, but we'll give it a shot here and a little bit longer and see if it does anything for me. Anyway, guys, keep you updated next week. Thank you.